Prepárate para una descarga de metal sinfónico con los más grandes éxitos de los geniales italianos Rhapsody. Rhapsody, quienes en su despedida estarán de gira por Colombia entre el 26 y el 29 de enero en Cali, Pereira, Medellín y Bogotá. Rhapsody de gira por Colombia en enero. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co. Invita Historias Rockeras, el podcast. Desde La Rioja española, Tierra Santa, banda pionera de la segunda invasión de rock duro español, celebra 25 años de historia musical girando por Colombia este mes de febrero. Tierra Santa estará en Cali, Pereira, Medellín y Bogotá entre el 9 y el 12 de febrero. Tierra Santa de gira por Colombia. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co. Invita Historias Rockeras, el podcast. Historias Rockeras te invita al regreso de Warcry a la ciudad de Bogotá. Warcry estará en Bogotá el sábado 25 de marzo en el Royal Center. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co.
Hoy solamente sé que voy, donde tú vayas yo iré, donde me quieras llevar.
Hello friends, this is Carlos Oñoro from Historias Rockeras. Usually I do some of our chapters in English, so we share some content with you guys if you're trying to practice a little bit of listening and then having some content about things you like for example metal. Today I'm very happy to present you this chapter. It's an hour long. It's an interview I was able to do with one of the greatest singers ever. He is an Italian guy, and the band you have listened his voice in is Rhapsody. Rhapsody is an Italian band too. In '97, they released Legendary Tales, an incredible album with the very specific, very special kind of music. And they were instantly in the minds of the whole metal scene. But this is a band that had a very humble beginnings, to put it some way. They emerged from a very little record label, and their development was filled up with a lot of obstacles. All of them were surpassed by their incredible music and talent that today, 25 years later, is legendary as their music and the themes for their music. Apparently, after so many things, so many years of not musical problems, but also some of the behind the scene part of the business. The main guys from this band have decided not to go along for artistic reasons, to put it some way. They don't want to be stuck, to put it some way, in the old music and the old style and lyrics and histories they shared. Apparently, as musicians, they have the urge, the hunger for doing and presenting some other kind of music, and they are ready to jump for some to the abyss and turn their backs to their first music, the music that made them successful, and they're going to try to present some new music. But this band is so great that these people saying goodbye is making their new tour that is coming to South America and was delayed, was stopped by COVID, is coming now after 3 years. So this will be like the end of this chapter for the lives of these bands. And because of this reason, FABIO Lione, their singer, is with us today in this interview. We talked a lot about all the things in Rhapsody, and also part of he's been the singer of another power metal, heavy metal band very, very important and a very special band from Brazil with a great music, which is Angra. He's been the lead singer of these two great power metal bands that are not German. To put it some way, they are not Finns, not Swedish, which is like the main market, the main manufacturer of this kind of music. So yeah, he as you will see, he's very open. He wants to speak his mind, and it's been great to share with him. I hope you have the same fun while you're practicing your English with me and with Fabio, to listen into what he has to say. So, without further ado, this is Historias Rockeras Rock Speak, and here a golden guest, which is Fabio Lione. So I am here with, I have to say, I am that kind of metalhead that likes melody. And sometimes I have to say, I don't know, my friends out there, everybody who knows me, they know, okay, growling in voices is part of metal. But I'm a little bit older, and I remember a time where great voices were metal. And I have to say, I am in front of one of the very few. I could cut a couple of fingers in my hands and I would have the list of those singers. And I am, I'm happy to have one of those in front of me. This is, of course, Fabio Lione from the legendary band Rhapsody. We have had the chance of working in the past with Angra and also with Rhapsody. And the last time we were talking together, it was February 2020, right? COVID was around us, but we didn't know what was going to happen. And you were, and we were just about to meet you. You were going to fly to South America. You first had to go to Mexico, but then the bomb arrived.
To say the truth, we just arrived in Mexico exactly the same day that the pandemic was proclaimed on TV. So we just arrived in Mexico in the hotel. After 3 hours, I was on TV as a pandemic. What? And I was thinking to myself, why they didn't tell this yesterday? So at least the band didn't fly. It was really a nightmare for the band, because we just arrived in a country and pandemic in all the world. I was like, oh my God. So, wow, was not easy. Not easy because I remember we need 3 days to get back to Italy because Italy was a red zone.
Yeah.
So no flights, no. So imagine, I think we are 12 or 13 people and there was no way to go back to Italy, so that we have to find a way, the only flight possible to Spain and then to Switzerland, and then to Switzerland take a train to reach Milano to go.
Oh my gosh.
That was something amazing, really.
Wow, and I hear also that coincidentally, Italy was one of the countries that was hit really hard with COVID. How did you leave that?
One was a nightmare. I mean, it was the first one because as far as I know, there was a Chinese girl that was working in Munich with one Italian guy. And then they traveled to Milano in a fabric. And this Chinese girl had a COVID and this guy took the COVID and all the 300 people of the fabric took the COVID, and then Milano was the center of this, and was so bad in the beginning because the people didn't know what was, and so Italy, I think, was the first country that was it. Yes, you're right, really hard. So, especially the first 1-2 months where like you saw people that every day they were talking, dying, and the people didn't know why. So it was really like, and actually nobody knew at that point how was the virus, what to use against this virus. And so, wow, it was really bad in the beginning, yes. Not easy at all.
Of course not. And then Spain, and then, well, all over the world. This is a question that can sound a bit cheesy, but as we all lived it, I had my own answer for this, and I want to ask you: did the confinement, did the pandemic bring any good change for you, if any? Not at all.
Absolutely. For me, it was a nightmare. 2 years of really bad. When you don't know what to do, when you can't meet people, when you can't go outside, when you can't work, you smoke more than usual. You sleep more than usual.
Oh, that sounds good for the voice. Well, I don't know if cigarettes.
You try to write lyrics, to think about songs. I mean, you desperate, in a way, try to create something, to do something, to at least to write songs, to have ideas. It was really bad. I'm not sure that people really get the message and really understood the important things in life, because most of the people, I think, they just past 2 years, they probably spend more time on internet, so they know more things now, but maybe they get used or addicted to the internet or to a lot of stuff.
Even worse, yeah.
But I'm not sure they learned the lessons to be better people, to help the others, to think about a community and not to think just about themselves, like an egoistic way. For me, it was really hard, I have to be honest, because I lost my father just 3 or 4 months before the pandemic. 3 months. So
yeah, we talk about it, yes. I remember.
I was on tour, I was coming back, and I see that nobody was home, not my mother, not my father, nobody. And it was night, so I was like, what? The car is not here? So I went to the hospital, and my father was there. And in the same week, also my mother had an operation. So I had at the same time the both not feeling good. Then my mother went good, and then I went on tour with Luca. I arrived in Mexico, pandemic. I said, no, this is oh my.
Oh yeah.
So when you are back and you try to stay with your mother, with your brother, but of course you miss your father. My little daughter is not living with me, but she's living far with the mother. When you have a lot of things going on, and you can't take the car and go to see your daughter. You can talk with your friend because you can't go outside. You can't work because nobody's working. Okay, it's like, my God. So I think I was really strong, and thinking to create something, ideas, music. But the second year was really hard because, in the beginning, 6 months, 7 months, 8, you can stand. But when I realized, okay,
another
1 year is passed and it's still the same, oh my God. The second year was really hard. Wow.
So when these dates began to sprawl, I mean, things were going little by little getting. What did you feel when you knew, okay, I have a show next week?
I was like, nah, it's not true. Something will happen. Some aliens will come to to the world. So, cannot be. After 2 years of no show, I have a show next week. Nah, something will happen in this last 5, 6 days. But then I was able to do it. I was doing, actually, my first tour was acoustic with Marcel, the second guitar player of Angra.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
14 shows in Brazil, really good, considering that was an acoustic show with bands that I love, with Aerosmith or Whitesnake Europe, Maiden.
You were
of
singing
course.
those songs. You were
Yes.
singing those songs. Okay.
Yeah.
And really
it was
nice.
amazing. We had 800, almost 900 people in Sao Paulo for one acoustic show. Exactly after the pandemic, so the people were still scared with the mask.
Oh.
That was amazing, not to see almost 900 people in front of us.
Wow.
Still masked, still scared, with keeping distance, each other, but was amazing. So I started in a strange way, in a weird way, but I love it. And by the way, I said Aerosmith, and I saw that Steven Tyler is not feeling good, and that was a show today, and I was like, oh my God, because he's getting old. He's like 74 years old.
Oh yeah.
And I was for a moment thinking, okay, what will happen when, everyone has some, not idols, but, some bands of the corazon.
Yeah.
I don't want to imagine the day that I will not see Maiden anymore or Aerosmith anymore. Or,
That day is coming. That day is coming.
it's not so far, And
Yeah.
so I love some new bands. Okay, there are some great new bands, but when you will not have Aerosmith, Guns, Maiden, like Sabbath, maybe I am old too. I don't know. Maybe I think in the old way, but
No, it's true. The thing is, I would say, there's this guy, John Callender. John Callender is not a producer. He's a guy who worked for the industry, and he was behind Aerosmith success, Whitesnake success, even Journey. This guy did something similar to A&R, and he quit the job. He quit the job, and he said publicly that he quit because there was no more rock stars because little kids were being normalized through medication, and you needed these characters, these special characters, for the future.
I have to confess one thing.
Uh-huh.
Because we other since a long time, and I consider you as a friend.
Oh,
I have to confess, even if it's complicated, because it's really complicated. You can imagine relationships, daughter, family. I think I am one of the few guys that is traveling constantly, always. Europe, South America, Europe, and then, okay, when the band has a tour in Japan or whatever, Australia or Canada, because I have bands in Europe and I have a band in South America. And
really
this
nice.
is not easy at all. When the people think, sometimes people outside of the scene or some people that were friends of mine many years ago, they feel, you have a good time, you are funny, but travel with me. No sleep. Sing 2 hours every night and sleep 2 hours, and then take a flight, and then go to and then we talk. But I do this because I love this, because the fact that you said that child are being normalized, controlled in a way, but it's true. There is a song in the new Angra record. I do this revelation to you. The new Angra record has a song that the title is "Gods of the World," that they control.
Oh,
So
man.
it's exactly about this. Because, I do this and people sometimes are scared. Even Angra. The Angra guys sometimes are scared about me in the beginning because they say, what the fuck? You are drinking, smoking, not sleeping? And it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I don't say that most of the people should do this, that most of the singers should do this, or musicians. But today, in the bands, in the new bands, I see that it's missing this. You have not to be the new Lemmy, okay? You have
Oh
not to
no!
be,
Please don't be.
but not. When they think about depilate and take the sun and the hard rock, the rock attitude is
Rock and
getting
roll.
lost. It's lost. Or
Yeah,
at least lost.
it's part of the. You know, there's this songwriting course in Berkeley, and I was amazed because my main conclusion it was that the course help you to make music even if you don't have inspiration.
Yeah.
You take out. It's the same that happened with football. You can't play like Brazilians, so let's do something for them not being able to play. Something like that, this is an exaggeration. What I mean is
You have to follow your style, your way, your attitude, and what you like. But this doesn't mean that you have to be perfect always or clean. Not that you have to be dirty, but these new bands, most of the new bands they think about a great video clip mainly. The first, it's not the great music or the attitude or on stage to kill the stage.
uh-huh.
We need a great video clip, okay, with a lot of money involved and some good chicas or girls, and then a good manager, then a good record label, then ideas, then socials, a guy that's taking care about this. Then we write music. Then we think about life.
No. That's not the way, Fabio. I have to tell you, and you will remember. You will remember also because Rhapsody began exactly the other way around. You guys put out this beautiful Legendary Tales album in a record label that I would say nobody in Latin America would relate to what you were playing. You were in Inside Out, if I'm not wrong. A progressive, very, I would say, strange. It was Inside Out, yeah, I would say.
It was Limp Schnur, the first.
Of course, but Limp distributed through SPV, and SPV had Inside Out, I would say. So,
Yes.
So this, and we never saw a video of you. We just opened the CD. You know what? I have to tell you the story. I don't know if I told you, but I remember I had a store, a metal store. We have a lot of, we had a distribution through Nuclear Blast, and I never discovered your music through my distribution. I didn't import your albums. I had an audition with a band that I liked to produce, and the drummer approached me and he said, "Hey, have you listened to Rhapsody?" I was like, "Rhapsody? What is this?" And he gave me the CD. I put it in my Discman while I was on the trip to their rehearsal room, and I went like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "This is something I never heard before. This is something I have to be involved in anyway with this. I need to sell these CDs." And there was nothing that you mentioned. Of course, this is what happens today. Today, you can easily, with an iPhone, record a great video. You can record a pristine production album in a computer. You can do that. But yeah, you can use it in the right way. Is everything is in service to the seed, right? Mm-hmm. Today, what happens is there's fruit without the seed, and some people chew it, but most people know, because music is with you.
Yeah, sometimes it's bad because people think, it's better because everybody is able to reach everybody, and there are a lot of bands that have the possibility to show their music to the world. Yes, but at the same point, most of the people, they just saw and listen one song. They saw one video of one song, and they think that all the record of the band, it's like this song. So if you choose the wrong one, you are fucked. For example,
there's no time. Yeah.
And we did a video clip on internet in 97. Okay, it was another time, 97. But we released a clip of Forest of Unicorns.
Okay.
It's a good ballad.
Yeah.
A Celtic ballad. But probably the reaction of the people will not be the same, because they will think, they are a good Celtic
folklore inspired. Yeah.
So you have to choose the right songs, and maybe you have to release more videos to get the attention of the people.
Yeah.
Because if you show 3 different songs in 3 different styles, the people will say, "Oh, interesting! It sounds different from compared to the other songs." So maybe let's buy the album. But, and it's complicated to find the right key today. I love the idea of the past, like Rhapsody did. No video, nothing. Just the music was talking, and the people were just blah 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 talking. Wow, listen, wow, you hear the pepper? It was the same in all the world. In all the world.
Yeah. It was an explosion. I mean, of course, it was at different times. You were about to, there was a change in the century, right? Century? Yeah. The change of the century. It was a very special, but I have to say it's been 25 years, right? 25. Yeah. I assume the band started before, but even before you, right? So, but in 25 years in metal, in melodic metal, I have to say, you didn't do it being faster, weirder. No, you brought together a very, very difficult to classify piece of artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And this will live forever, of course. And of course, sometimes it's difficult to surpass your own masterpiece.
I think in this specific kind of music, like symphonic music, Rhapsody always will be remembered as a unique band. They create a unique sound, and today you have Nightwish, you have some bands that are cool, and they talk about symphonic metal, but it's not the same. It's not the same. They didn't create a saga. They didn't have Saruman with them as a narrator.
Yeah.
They didn't. I mean, you have always to think about Italian band. One Italian band. So it's double difficult. You have Latin. I don't say that it's easy if you born in Germany or Sweden or Finland, but it is more easy because the country is.
Oh, and for example, Germany is a metal country, and they listen to a lot of music, but one band coming from Italy playing what they love because they love power metal. I mean, you were against all odds, and the time is here, but also at the same time, in your history through time, you had, of course, a lot of obstacles in your developing, but today, today you guys, because this is what I hear, right? This tour finally is going to be a reality 3 years later. I know you went to Spain, you went to the US, to the Prog Power. What is, this tour you're doing? I hear people saying this will be your last tour. What is this?
Yes.
Can you tell us what's going to happen with this tour? Why is it important, and what is happening right now?
It's not really easy to explain because about Rhapsody, there is always confusion because the band did some mistakes, especially Luca and Alex, dividing the bands. So we have two Rhapsody, then Luca used his name to create Luca Turilli's Rhapsody. When I introduced to him Alessandro Conti, because he was almost taking a German singer, and I didn't want. I confess this. So I introduced Luca Alessandro Conti. I say, even in Italy, we have somebody that sounds like, I don't know, Kiske or Elo here. And I say, okay, give me, this is Alessandro Conti, this is Luca Turilli. Listen here and talk with him. He said, wow, Fabio, you're right. Wow, this guy's great. Wow, wow, wow. So he created the Luca Turilli's Rhapsody. And Staropoli wants to do the Rhapsody of Fire, okay? Even if I have to be honest, Luca was always the main composer. Staropoli is a good composer, but Most is a really extremely good arranger.
Yeah, classical arranger.
And this combination was working very good.
Magic,
so,
of course.
Writing the song, Alex was arranging the song in the best way. That's why I don't want to get wrong about the fans, but I don't care because I always talk honest. I am honest always. No, I don't think we have the same quality in the two bands. We have, because one is a good composer and a great arranger, but it's not a great composer, in my opinion. The other one is a great composer with a good singer, very good singer, Alessandro Conti. But the really good arranger was missing, and the main voice of the band, me, was missing.
Yeah.
So my opinion was okay, but was not working. That's why we wanted to create something new with Luca, and we didn't want to use the name Rhapsody. We wanted to use the name Zero Gravity as a band name when we released the record 4 years ago.
Which is a great record, a great, amazing record. I loved it. Of course, you guys were looking for something else, right?
Yes, but the record label, the manager, and a lot of people told us, no, you should put Rhapsody in the name of the band because blah, blah. In my opinion, this was a mistake because when you think about Rhapsody, you always think about a saga, symphonic, medieval, maybe fantasy, and we tried something different, something new, with the same orchestration, with the same choirs, with the same as always the Rhapsody had, but something new.
Yeah,
and this was a bit of mistakes to use the name Rhapsody in the band name, in my opinion. But the point is, the record is amazing, in my opinion. It's something. Yeah. You know better than me that follow the easy way. It's easy to try to compose the same song, always the same record. Is the easy way. What is really difficult is to reinvent yourself.
Being a musician, a creative person.
And you still feel, oh, it's Luca, oh, it's Fabio, but wow, sound like the older, but it's not like the older. So this is really more complicated to do. To write, to compose, sing. So we are tired, we are tired. Luca especially is really tired about power metal to be associated only as a good composer of power metal. Luca is a great composer, that's it. He can compose whatever music. And it's a very good guitar player, and it's incredible piano player.
Yeah.
That not all the people knows this. So he wants to do some pop, some Queen style project, something. And he didn't say that he doesn't want to work with me, because we are good friends. And we are thinking actually to close the chapter using the name Rhapsody. We don't want to use the name Rhapsody anymore. So this is why this is the last Latin America tour of Rhapsody, and we will play all the greatest hits, and I'm sure all the fans will sing with us. And but after this tour, and we will not do the tour in Europe, we don't want to use the name Rhapsody anymore, because we are tired of this band that was splitting in three, and then the ex-keyboard player is still going on with the other Rhapsody, and he's not happy that me and Luca, we play using the name Rhapsodies. You know what? We are tired. So we are really honest. I mean, he likes to use the name Rhapsody. You want to continue? Okay, do it. We don't care. I mean, other people will discuss about this. Other people will have some legal problems, maybe to buy the name, to have the name, the rights. We don't care. We say to him, okay, use it. I don't want to talk bad, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah, of course. So
use it.
So Fabio,
use this name. We will not do this kind of music. That's it.
All right. Now, of course, he will continue, but Fabio is not there. The soul, the soul cage is not there, and I have to say, fans, we metal fans, we can't be great composers, we can't be great arrangers or singers, but what a fan, even the simplest soul loving metal or any kind of music, only cares about one thing, and that thing is that your song touches, crushes, and make it like this, his heart, the blood going all over the place, and make him transport to another universe, right? So in one side, I have to ask you, you are ready for the even more difficult task of letting people know that you now are called a different artist, and also doing different music that maybe your fans are not familiar with, or maybe are not interested in. This is one thing. And the other, does Staropoli knows that people also know that there are 4 guys missing in that incarnation? I mean, there's always a divide. Of course, if there is an agreement, you're not fighting, you're not suing each other, but still, there's unfinished business, because I imagine, I don't know. Please give me your.
But we want to continue in the future.
Great.
If we have the possibility, doing something even more impressive compared to Zero Gravity. We want to follow this direction. So we don't want to look back and try to copy the old Rhapsody style.
Yeah.
It's right. I mean, when you with the age, your taste in music is a bit different. You want to experiment something. You want to create something new. Not everybody is the same. Some bands, they want to play the same song or the same record forever. So, but
For example, Little Richard, right? Let's go to Little Richard. Little Richard was a star. He was so impressive. He influenced everybody. But Little Richard had any more things to say after the 70s. Of course, he had shows until his day of dying. That there's a lot of artists following that path. Of course, you guys have the urge of showing the world what
Yeah.
what you have now in your mind as an artist, right? And you are
Yeah.
betting for that. So there will be no more Rhapsody.
No, there will be a Rhapsody. I think the Rhapsody of Staropoli will go on. They probably will try to continue forever, but I even sometimes people ask me if I listen something of them. I know the main composer is not there. The main vocalist is not there. And the Rhapsody, it was working because of three people, I told you. Because Luca was composing the song,
Totally.
start arranging the song, and they found the right vocalist. I don't say that I am good or maybe not good, but this way that I sing sometimes with this opera touch, with this vibrato, with this, is perfect. It was just perfect for this band. With another singer, will not work. So I don't need to listen them. I listened 2 songs, I think, of Rhapsody of Fire because on internet there were 2 videos. I didn't like so much. I am honest. It sounds like a band that is trying to copy the old records now. With a singer that is like, I don't know. I put Michael Kiske, that is a great singer, in Manowar. Okay, it's good, but doesn't
you
have
feel a little bit odd. Yeah, you feel it different, of course. So many people would be thinking, okay, Scorpions said goodbye 4 times. Everybody's saying goodbye, and of course, we all know there will be back. But you had already a farewell tour. You decided to do this because, management, record label stuff. But this is the last time we were going to see you play.
Absolutely. Because of the pandemic, because of in 4 years, the people changed. Because we want to follow the direction of zero gravity. And this time we want to follow not using the name Rhapsody, not to have nothing to do with Rhapsody anymore in the future. So this will be really the last time that people can sing with me Dawn of Victory or Lamento or Emera, or we will not do, even if we continue one day, even if we will release a new record in the future, we will not play Rhapsody songs.
Wow. You know what?
Maybe I will with some bands. Maybe I will do, but not with Luca.
Luca doesn't want to go back. So what I mean here is, if Staropoli one day say, okay, guys, come here, hug me, let's do this again.
I will never do it. Sorry. I am honest. I will never do it. I will never sing again with Staropoli. Never. It did so many bad things in the past that people and the fans doesn't know, because that's the point. Because me and Luca, we didn't want to tell all the things. And we will not tell because we are nice. But even if somebody will ask to me, okay, you do a reunion, you play a show with him, I offer to you, no fucking money, no fucking way, no way.
Because I have to tell you, this is the only bet. Of course, I don't care if you guys that are seeing us talk, you might think I am biased. Of course I am, but something that is missing, and it would be like a dream, because the music of Rhapsody is so together with classical music, was seeing you guys play with a symphonic orchestra together.
Yeah, I know. I have a good friend of mine in the Czech Republic, for example. He is the promoter now of Masters of Rock and Prague Concert. I was there 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't remember now. And I was watching Within Temptation or the theater, I don't remember. And it was close to me, took it to me. They had an orchestra on stage. And he told to me, "This is what you always missed, Fabio. Why Rhapsody never did a show with a complete orchestra on stage? It's the perfect band for this."
Of course.
If the time is passing, more and more bands that are trying to do this, but not the band that should do this.
Exactly.
And the perfect band that is Rhapsody.
Exactly.
I
There's
see.
no other band. No other band.
I say to him, I think it will never happen. That's it, because
Oh my God.
now it's too late. So now it's too late. So I told you, for me, it's fine. With Luca, we are really good friends, and everything's fine. Maybe it can happen a special show in the future with orchestra, but for sure not together with Staropoli.
All right. So
No.
so after all these years, we are finally seeing a moment. I have to say, this would be great. I will have the luck to see you 4 times doing this last tour. Hopefully your fans in Colombia will be there and know exactly what's going to happen, because we had the chance of seeing you guys perform such great and original music. So Fabio, of course you are the singer for this band. Of course, you've been there for 25 years or more. But you also are the lead singer of another great band, which is Angra.
Yeah. And it's another band, Latin band, of a country that it's not really, in which it's not really easy to play heavy metal music.
Of course not. But it's very big anyway, huh?
Yes, and that's why I like this. I mean, I always like complicated things in my life, as for Rhapsody, that were Italian band, a band from Brazil playing heavy metal and successful. This is, wow, something not easy. I mean, I have nothing bad to say to the band of Finland or whatever, Germany. But everybody knows that if you want to do something like this, and you are from a country like Portugal or Spain or Greece, or it's more difficult.
Not easy.
You have to be really good. Or maybe you have to know the right people, or maybe you have, I don't know. But you really think that a band like Sabaton, for example, you can like or not like the band. If they were Italian, you really think they reach the same? I
agree with you.
Maybe yes, but they should work double, because wow,
or triple. No,
yeah.
As a heavy metal fan, I really think it is remarkable that the voice of the main singer is not the usual, right? So. Yeah, they're very famous in Europe, right? Yeah, Germany also. Yeah. So, what are your plans with Angra? I'm sorry.
Just finished to record the new album. So actually, Dennis Ward, the producer, we make the songs, I think, in February, March. So probably April, I will have the new mixes done. The record is really good. It's not like Omni. They are different. And it's really various. There are very good surprises in this record, because the songs are something that the old fans will love, at least 3 or 4 songs. And then there are 3 or 4 songs that are completely unexpected, let's say.
Okay.
But you can still feel the Brazilian mood, percussions and notes, and so you feel that the band is from Brazil. There's no way. And also my way of singing is more various, because this time I was composing 90% of the melodies.
Oh, wow.
Of the record. So of course for me was different, because I was creating the verse, the chorus of 9 songs, so almost all the record. So
it's great that you talk about that, because I have to tell you also, Angra. I remember being, I always have music around me. So I have a stereo when I have a shower and I put the CDs. I remember being on my store, bringing the CD of Angra, putting Fireworks. I put on and I'm having the shower and I'm listening to, oh my God, what is this? After I was ready, I said, I have to call right now to this number on the CD and see. Well, when I called, the band was split. And anyway, I have to say, my favorite Angra music is not in Mato's time. It's great. I can get a lot of songs from there and say, this is masterful, right? But to me, Rebirth and especially Temple of Shadows are world class top music. I mean, like Dream Theater was great for me, and Images and Words is for me. It's below Temple of Shadows. I mean, like it's something really great. And the band also the songwriting has evolved. For example, there was a moment in time where Kiko was composing, and now you said you are in the composition.
Yeah, I mean, Omni, for example, I helped the band in 7 songs.
Wow.
I create vocal melodies for 7 songs, not complete. Sometimes just the chorus, sometimes the verse and the chorus. But these new records, I was writing with them the vocal melodies for almost all the songs, 9 songs. So my style fits better now, and it is more various, the record. So it is what I like more, to experiment also with the voice.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will love this record, and they will talk a lot about this record.
I'm looking forward to hear it. Yeah.
Don't forget that Dennis Ward was also the producer of Rebirth.
Yeah. I know. He's been with you guys a long time. Yeah.
So it's the same producer of Temple of Shadows and Rebirth. So if he's happy, and he told me the result is really good, and I never worked with him. It was the first time that I worked with him in a studio. We were writing some songs in the past for Frontiers record together, but I never met him face to face.
Sure.
So after I finished my vocals 1 day and a half before, I had 1 day and a half more if I want. And he said, congratulations, man. That was one of the best production that I ever done.
Oh.
And was an honor. And wow, the result is really good. So I think that probably we have a very good.
I'm looking forward to hear it. When is it going to be out?
That's the point. We think September, October, probably in August or something like this. We can release a new single or a video clip, because we want to release one song at least for Japan before.
Yeah, you are very. I mean, Japan is one of your biggest markets since first time, right?
Yeah, but I don't think the band is able to release the record before September, October.
Sure. Okay.
We will have the mix, maybe April. Then, of course, you need the time to print, vinyl, whatever. So the record label needs some time to do it. So let's say September, October.
Can I ask you, what is the record label this time? Or you don't know?
Hear music. It's the same label of Omni.
Okay.
Hear
music. All right.
That's a great. I mean, they have Alice Cooper. They have Taria. They have Deep Purple. I mean, and I know one of the bosses because he's Italian. Max Vaccaro. It's a good friend of mine. So
really nice.
Yeah, and then I have a second album that will be out, but this is from my first Italian band.
I heard that. What is the name of the band?
Athena.
Athena.
The Greek. And this actually was my first band ever when I was like 17, 18. And what we did, I want to spend few words. I'm sure when the record will be out, you told something about legendary tales.
Yeah.
Without any promotion, without nothing, spreading the words of the people. I have this feeling because this record is really something that, I am honest. I was talking with Atomic Fire, the boss of the
Nuclear Blast guy,
about Luca, about a possible second record, about the tour, Then, while we were talking, I said to you, I don't know why we talk about Angra and something. And then I said, I have a demo of 5 songs of my first band. I was able, during the pandemic and even before, 1 year before, to work again with the guys. And I think it can be something interesting. But I didn't want to propose the band to him.
Sure.
He just told me, send me the demo. I just want to listen to the song. The day after, he was writing to me a mail and said, Fabio, you have a record deal? No, not yet, because we have just a demo and you have.
Oh, wow.
So it was the most easy and complicated at the same time. I'm a band that is not doing anything since more than 20 years, that never expects something. We just compose for ourselves, We just record songs for ourselves, what we love. So we didn't propose anything, but we have a record deal immediately, and he said, I trust you completely, and I didn't listen the rest of the songs. He said, this is something like I never heard before.
So you will be with Atomic Fire. In their new, this is a great story.
Lyrics videos that we have to do, and I was a few hours ago checking the things. It's a great record. I'm sure you will love it.
Of course.
Records,
and of course, we will support everything you do, my friend. You are, Dio is gone. He's not anymore. Bruce Dickinson, well, he's very healthy, although he had cancer. There will be a point in history that it will be Fabio Lione, and I don't know if Jorn, because you can hear a lot of Dio in him, right? But
Jorn, it's amazing.
Amazing. I follow him since Mundanus Imperium. I know his, but him. I have to say, it is more difficult alone, right? Not in a. There's more to it. But anyway, yeah. So we will be reporting everything you, Fabio, release, because we know how important and talented you are for the people.
I'm sure you will get surprised and you will love this. I'm sure. When next year, in the end of the next year, a lot of people will say, "What?" I'm sure.
All right.
And if I believe me, so that's it.
Okay. So it was great to have you, Fabio. I will let you go. Thank you for giving me almost an hour of your time. We are looking forward to see you here with us, to hear your voice again, feel your energy on stage. And we wish you all the best in these times and in your future.
See you soon, my friend. Okay, abrazos.
Of course, abrazos, amigo.
Ciao. Ciao.
Prepárate para una descarga de metal sinfónico con los más grandes éxitos de los geniales italianos Rhapsody. Rhapsody, quienes en su despedida estarán de gira por Colombia entre el 26 y el 29 de enero en Cali, Pereira, Medellín y Bogotá. Rhapsody de gira por Colombia en enero. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co. Invita Historias Rockeras, el podcast. Desde La Rioja española, Tierra Santa, banda pionera de la segunda invasión de rock duro español, celebra 25 años de historia musical girando por Colombia este mes de febrero. Tierra Santa estará en Cali, Pereira, Medellín y Bogotá entre el 9 y el 12 de febrero. Tierra Santa de gira por Colombia. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co. Invita Historias Rockeras del podcast. Historias Rockeras te invita al regreso de Warcry a la ciudad de Bogotá. Warcry estará en Bogotá el sábado 25 de marzo en el Royal Center. Encuentra tus boletos en entradasamarillas.com. Más información rockero.co.
Solamente sé que voy, donde tú vayas yo iré, donde me quieras llevar.